Hello, everyone. It's me again. As I sit here watching the last snowflakes of 2025 fall outside my office window in Manhattan, I suddenly realize something. Time is the fairest asset we all have, but also the most ruthless one if we don't learn how to befriend it. Today is a special day. We're standing at the line between what is past and what's coming next. This isn't just the final video of 2025. It's a personal reflection on the journey toward freedom. Have you ever wondered why some people work hard their entire lives yet constantly worry about paying bills, while others seem to have a quiet money printing machine running even while they sleep? A close friend of mine, a veteran Wall Street investor, once told me, freedom isn't about how much money you have in the bank, it's about how much time you have where money is no longer a concern. And that's exactly why we chose the path of income investing, investing for cash flow. I want you to understand this clearly. We don't invest to become slaves to green and red charts. We invest to buy back our freedom. For me, 2025 was a year of refinement. My portfolio today is much cleaner. Just 11 strategic positions. Think of it like tending a garden. You prune away unnecessary branches so the nutrients can feed the strongest flowers. The results? Numbers don't lie. Total realized profit exceeded 345,000 Canadian dollars, and most of that, nearly 326,000 Canadian dollars, came from steady monthly cash distributions. Pause for a moment and think with me. Have you ever noticed the difference between a hunter and a farmer in the stock market? The hunter is always chasing price, tense every time the market shakes. But the farmer, income investors like us, we plant trees. The tree may grow fast or slow depending on the weather, the market. But as long as it keeps producing fruit, we'll always have something to eat. My 2025 was proof that you can harvest the fruit without cutting down the tree. When I look at this Excel sheet from early 2012 when I was just a small investor, to today with cumulative profits crossing $1 million, one obvious truth stands out, though few people accept it. Patience is the most powerful form of leverage. Many Americans get swept up in the obsession with getting rich fast. But I'm here to tell you, waking up every morning, knowing your bills are being paid by dividends from funds like HYLD or QQCL, that peace of mind is priceless. So what about 2026? I don't like flashy market predictions. Instead, I focus on what I can control. My goal next year is to inject at least 30,000 Canadian dollars every single month into cash flow machines like HHIS and Biggie, pushing passive income toward 50,000 Canadian dollars per month. You might think that's insane, but in finance, there's a simple scientific rule. When you're disciplined enough to reinvest cash flow, to drip, compound interest creates a snowball effect that nothing can stop. I'll also broaden my horizon into new territories. Bitcoin exposure through MST for breakout potential, and specialized vehicles like HD Class A for tax efficiency. Because here in America, it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep after taxes. I don't see my portfolio as lifeless numbers on a screen. I see it as a partner. It's the paycheck I sign for myself. It's the guarantee that my family will remain secure, no matter how chaotic the world becomes. In today's video, I'll break down my entire Excel file, every move, every mistake, and every ambitious plan for 2026. I don't want you to watch this to admire my numbers. I want you to ask yourself one question. If I start today, what will my garden look like in 10 years? Never forget, this system works. It may feel slow at first, like pushing a heavy train, but once it gains momentum, it moves on its own, and it will carry you to your destination. So let's sit down together, brew a cup of tea, and map out the journey to freedom for 2026. Are you ready? Take a look at these green and red lines. This isn't just data. This is my financial heartbeat over more than a decade. People often ask me, why did you bother tracking every single dollar of dividends all the way back in 2012 when you were still a small investor? The answer is simple. If you don't respect the pennies, you'll never be qualified to manage millions. Now look at the numbers for 2025. I went through a massive portfolio blood transfusion I call it evolution. Have you noticed how in life we sometimes hold on to too many things just because we're afraid of missing out? FOMO. Investing is no different. In the past, I owned dozens of individual stocks. But this year, I made a decisive move and consolidated almost everything into ETFs like HHIS. Why? Because I wanted simplicity. Instead of monitoring the breathing patterns of 50 different companies, I now place my trust in smart algorithms and top-tier covered call funds. A friend once told me, don't try to find the needle in the haystack. Buy the entire haystack. With HHIS, I didn't just buy the haystack. I bought a system that automatically filters out the greenest strands of grass for me. The result? Last year alone, distributions brought in over 325,000 Canadian dollars in cash flow. Imagine waking up every morning with that money landing in your account, without trading away 8 precious hours of your life inside an office. Here's what I want you to understand clearly. In the world of income investing, capital gains are just dessert. Cash flow is the main course. In 2025, I made roughly 19,000 Canadian dollars from selling assets, but dividend income was 17 times higher than that. That's the difference between owning a chicken for meat and owning a farm that lays golden eggs every single day. I pause, look straight into the camera, and lower my voice. But this journey isn't all roses. Let's talk about Bitcoin, the rebellious yet promising child in my portfolio. Right now, about 25% of my total assets are allocated to Bitcoin through positions like MST, HBT, and HPIX. There are moments when you open your screen and see your portfolio down 10%, 20% in just a few days. How would that make you feel? Heart racing? Panic selling? I've been there too. But years of experience in the US markets taught me one thing. Volatility is the price we pay for outperformance. I don't see Bitcoin as a gamble. I see it as digital gold with explosive potential. My strategy with MST is simple, but it requires iron discipline. I buy 2,000 to 2,500 Canadian dollars every single week, whether the chart is green or red. I'm dollar cost averaging not just my position, but my emotions. When you truly believe in long-term value, short-term waves become nothing more than seasoning that makes the game interesting. Now here's a secret most experts won't tell you. Taxes are the silent enemy of compounding. Why do I talk about funds like HD Class A or ECI? Because I'm playing chess with the tax authorities. In the US or Canada, if you don't understand tax efficiency, you're not working for yourself. You're working for the government. I hold these positions in my TFSA because I want my dividends 100% clean, not a single dollar shaved off. That's how I protect the value of my work. As we step into 2026, my goal isn't just $50,000 per month. That number is only the physical target. The real goal is self-discipline. I plan to invest 30,000 Canadian dollars every month into core positions like HYLD and QQCL. People often say to me, why put so much money into such boring funds? Yes, they are boring. They won't skyrocket like trendy AI tech stocks. But here's the truth. Boring in investing is a luxury in life. I want my portfolio to be so boring that I can sleep peacefully the night before a financial crisis, knowing the cash flow will still show up. So ask yourself this, are you investing for excitement or for freedom? If you want excitement, go to Las Vegas. If you want freedom, choose consistency. My journey from a young investor with a few $1,000s in 2012 to where I am today has been about learning how to tame greed and fear. I've made mistakes. I've picked the wrong assets. I've lost sleep. But in the end, the key remains the same. Stay passive. Stay safe. Let your money work for you, instead of you working for money until your last breath. In the next part, I'll show you how to download this Excel file and how you can start building your own income empire, even if you begin with just your first $100. So there you have it, everyone. We've walked through the numbers of 2025 together and looked ahead to the destination for 2026. But before we end today's conversation, I want to share one final thought. Something I believe is more important than any Excel spreadsheet. Do you know the biggest difference between people who achieve financial freedom and those who stay stuck forever? It's not IQ. It's not luck. And it's not about picking the next super stock. The difference lies in how they define wealth. A former mentor of mine in New York once said, "Wealth isn't about having more things to buy. It's about having more choices in how you live." When I think about the $50,000 per month income target I'm aiming for in 2026, I don't think about supercars or luxury mansions. I think about slow mornings, sitting with my wife, drinking coffee, without glancing at the clock for a meeting. I think about being able to fly home to see my family whenever I choose. I think about having the freedom to say no to work that doesn't bring me joy without worrying about paying the bills. That is the kind of permanent baseline income I've built for myself. And I want you to understand this clearly. You can do it too. Maybe right now you're looking at your account and it feels tiny compared to the numbers I've shared. Maybe you feel like you're starting too late. But remember who I was in 2012, a small, anxious investor taking shaky first steps. Every great tree starts as a seed. What matters is not how much you start with, but whether you start at all. Don't wait until you have a lot of money to invest. Invest so you can have more time. The journey through 2026 will have bright, sunny days when markets soar, and it will certainly have stormy days when red dominates the screen. But with a cash flow focused strategy, we don't fear the storm, because even in turbulence, our money printing machines keep working, quietly depositing dividends into your account, like steady rain nourishing the Garden of Freedom. I want to offer my deepest gratitude to my wife and to all of you who have walked alongside me on this journey. Your support is what motivates me to keep sharing and spreading this philosophy of living. If you found this video helpful, please share it with a friend or loved one, someone who may still be a slave to a paycheck and searching for a way out. Show them this truth. This system works as long as we are patient. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss the monthly updates straight from my portfolio. And if you want to go deeper, join our inner circle where we grow together every single day. Finally, I wish you and your family a healthy, peaceful, and prosperous 2026. Remember, stay passive, stay safe, and stay honorable. Keep a calm mindset and live with integrity. I'm your financial guide, and I'll see you again in the next videos of 2026. Happy New Year, everyone!